Bem-vindos, amigos! Meu nome é Fernando, eu sou professor de inglês há mais de 20 anos. Eu vou te trazer algumas dicas que podem te ajudar no seu estudo do idioma. Mas quem estiver interessado em aulas particulares, é só mandar e-mail. Vamos lá! Welcome to IPF, and I hope you don't mind cats because I have one. So, of course, this is an advanced tip, so you probably don't need to get subtitles for this. Today we're discussing aspect. So one of the things that happens with a more analytic form of conjugation, like we have in English, where you're going to have two or more verbs, is that there's a thing that might change that is not really the same as modality. We saw modality in this other video, and intermediary students have to start grappling with it, but one of the things that is quite important, and advanced students are probably more able to understand, is that the language has aspects. So you know that thing in the name of the verb structures? Simple present, simple past, present perfect, present continuous. Those are the aspects. Oh, so it's just a kind of structure? Not really. What the aspect does is try to change how you look at something. I am still going to make a verb about internal choice. It's one of the things that a lot of students need to hear about. But to put it simply, there's no factual difference between simple past and present perfect. That you are looking at something that happened chronologically before, it's just that the perspective is very different. So that's what an aspect does. It shows you what the person's perspective is when they are assembling the structure. To put it simply, when you have simple, you're going to have an idea of when that thing happened, but you're not really going to be specific per se. You have a reference of the time, but it could be around it, if you will. For instance, simple present is not about now, it's about before now and after now that seem to repeat. The person saying, I go to work at 8, is expecting to continue going to work at 8, and has gone to work at 8. It's just that this is the habit, this is the common thing. If something else happens, which is entirely possible, this does not negate that, those are the exceptions, not the rule. When you use continuous, on the other hand, you're talking momentarily. You're talking about this particular moment rather than what is usual or not. And when you're talking about perfect, you're talking about things before that point in time, but that are not divorced from that point in time. In other words, the reason why you might choose present perfect is because that thing is still present for the speaker. They do not see it as a part of the past that is no longer present. So it's present, but it's before. This is just a quick look. I'll probably make some more videos about the aspects, but one quick tip for practical reasons. If you know what the aspects are about, and you want to determine the name of a particular structure, it gets a lot easier. Everything that has an ing is continuous, and everything that has the infinitive is simple. Of course, it gets a little more complicated as we look at them, but I will make a second video about this.